I've seen a community come together and have a really vigorous discussion about the future of greenhouse-aware energy production. The discussion has been much more detailed, considerate, generous than I would have anticipated.
We've all come to the Gippsland area for a whole range of different reasons, but what I've heard in that room, people who want to do the right thing, they're not selfishly being here, they're here for community reasons.
We actually sent out 10,000 invitations that were randomly selected through Australia Post right across the coastal area of Gippsland, going inland. We actually asked people who might be interested to come together to talk about offshore wind and how that might benefit their local community. And through that process, we then selected randomly again people that match the demographics. So essentially brought together like a microcosm or a broadly representative group of the Gippsland coastal region.
We've had this group of incredibly passionate and enthusiastic people about our local communities and our region come together to really want to get the best for ourselves, our communities and our future.
I'm one of the younger people in the group and people a lot older than me, so very different needs. What people see for their future, it's important that we take all those into account when we're making big changes like this.
I mean, there's some nuances, but as a group, we've been fairly consistent with our views and our suggestions and our ideas. So I think I've been surprised at how similar our thinking is. I thought there might be more heated discussions and difference of opinions.
In the end, we're a group of people that are representative of our community, and that really what everyone does want deep down is they want their community to succeed. And people might have different ideas of what that looks like, but there's that shared ideal that everyone wants their community to succeed.
And this opportunity now stands as a major importance for us. Someone remote doesn't get it. They have to come here, talk to the community, listen to them.
The number one surprising thing is just how smart our community are, their ability to digest information, to consider not just what they need, but what their local communities and their broader communities want. It just amazes me how fair and equitable they are in those decisions. That really, it's about coming together for the good of community.
We're all trying to say the same things sometimes, but it just doesn't come out that way. And what Democracy Co have done is they've brought us together and got us to a point where we've got something meaningful to talk about. We all understand what it is that we're talking about, rather than all just going off like our own little interest groups and not achieving very much.
The process has been great these couple of days. The online, it was more just setting the scene for us, but now that we've seen Emily and Dan in action, it's been really great working through this process with them and seeing how they've brought everyone along on the journey, and that we think we've got to some sort of final result, which is brilliant.
Transition is inevitable in life and in society, but we are the community that will experience the transition, and so I think us having a voice in the discussion is a really important part of the process.
Regardless of what you think about coal-fired power generation, those generators are coming to the end of their life. It needs to be replaced with something. So it's ensuring that Victoria has stable power well into the future.
Where to from here? So I'm so excited. We've got a group of community members now that want to stay involved and stay active. In the coming months, they've got an amazing opportunity to actually present to a whole range of stakeholders, state, local government, federal government, around what these communities want on Gippsland to help facilitate and how they're going to benefit from offshore wind.
We're all part of the greater Gippsland region and we all love the area we live in, not just our own community. I love my town, but I love Port Albert. I love the towns up the coast, love the forested areas. This is a really important special region to all of us outside of just our local communities as well.
This is coming. The days of protesting and saying we don't want it and not in our backyard, that's over. And so we kind of have to start from the position that it's coming. And how do we then best benefit from that?
I imagine smoothness and efficiency is pretty high up on the scale of things that are important for a large conglomerate company. So I think the opportunity to have Gippsland as a place that welcomes the influx of money, of industry, of people, of tourism, of all the benefits, having that as a positive as opposed to negative output would be beneficial.
Yes, there are considerations. Yes, it has to be done carefully. Yes, it has to be responsible. But the benefits to this part of Victoria are going to be enormous.